Hey everybody, Logan here. Yes, it's finally arrived. What is that? That's Battlefield 6. For those of you who have been big into the Battlefield series, I know the last few installments have really disappointed. Why? Because I'm one of those too. And with all the Fortnite-ish things that Call of Duty has been doing, people have been looking forward to Battlefield 6. Well, it's here, and it is a banger. And what do I have for you? The perfect way to play. I bet you're saying, how is that? And does it have anything to do with those headphones that you have around your neck? You know what? Great observation, because it does. It has to do with that and one of two controllers depending on how you're playing it, whether it's on Xbox or PC. This might just be the perfect setup. Personally, I'm playing it on Xbox Series X, but if you're playing on PC, you could use this one. I'm using the Wolverine V3 Pro wireless for Xbox Series X with all the fancy buttons and Hall effect goodness. Fantastic. But if you're playing on PC, I would suggest the Wolverine V3 8K. I've reviewed both of these in the past. Fantastic controllers, especially since this one has been updated. Once the white one came out, it was just perfection. Whether it's this or the TE, you're gonna be happy, and this is probably the absolute best PC controller you can use and fastest, paired with the absolute fastest in headsets. Now, when it comes to headsets, you definitely want something that's gonna perform when you're under pressure, especially playing online for Battlefield. Makes sense, right? Let me go over some of the features that makes this the absolute best headset. Honestly, I've been using this for days now, and I waited, instead of doing my typical unboxing, I wanted to be able to really tell you how great these headphones are, because there's no way for me to go, hey look, listen, can you hear it? No, it doesn't really work that way, but I can tell you that I've been using it on Borderlands 4 and Battlefield 6. Fantastic setup. Let me go over a couple features with you. So the Razer BlackShark V3 Pro offers, well, if you're using it on Xbox, you can use it on PC, Razer Hyperspeed Wireless Gen 2. It's the industry-leading speed and reliability. It has ultra-low latency, as low as 10 milliseconds, and it is nuts. For the sound clarity, I was blown away, and even my buddy, when we were playing Borderlands 4, he's like, wow, your mic sounds a million times better. And I've been using some really old Razer and expensive ones, and a Nikon headset that I've just been using forever. You might as well have been seeing me using those through most of the episodes of the podcast or what have you as well. So fantastic speeds. The clarity is just amazing. Now it has a detachable Razer Hyperclear full band 12mm mic. I'm a big fan of detaching it. I like headsets with a detachable mic because sometimes I just want to use the headset and not use the mic, especially when I'm using it on PC, because I will be using this on PC. If you guys noticed on the last episode of Ready to Start podcast, episode 67, I was using it there. So if you want to see it in action, take a look there. And it's armed with a large 12mm capsule. I will say the ears are extremely comfortable, and I'm one of those that, depending on how that earmuff goes over, it can cause a little bit more sweating. This does not. I was wearing it for a total of, I think, 3.5 hours playing Borderlands the other night, and it was just perfect. Now it has hybrid active noise cancellation. That was something I had to get used to because I'm not used to using something with such noise cancellation. I didn't realize that the sound on my TV was still on because I had that set up on my Xbox, so I ended up turning it off, and I was like, I didn't even realize it was on after I took off the headset when I went up to grab myself a drink. So I wanted to get myself a soda, and I was like, wait, TV audio's on. I couldn't even tell. Normally, if you're wearing a headset, especially a lower end headset, you can hear it conflict the TV speaker with your headphones, and it didn't do that. It really canceled everything out, and it was surprising. And I was like, wow, this is cool. And then when I muted the TV, I couldn't tell the difference because of the active noise cancellation. That is a fantastic feature. And you're definitely going to want this when you're playing Battlefield, because if someone's trying to talk to you or you're hearing other things, you ain't going to hear them footsteps. You ain't going to hear explosions and gunfire behind you as clearly. And with this, yeah, you definitely can. It has Razer Triforce Biocellulose 50mm drivers Gen 2. Yeah, that sounds a little nutty for people who don't know anything about it. Let's just tell you, it makes it sound really clear. Like, it sounds really, really good. And again, when I put it on for the first time, I was like, whoa. I hadn't had speakers sounding this good from a headset in ever. This is a fantastic sound performance. I wish there was a way I could say, here, put it on, try it, listen to it. But there really isn't any way besides do it yourself. Unless you have a Razer store near you and you can test it out there, and then I would say, yeah, definitely do that. Now it has 4 modes of connectivity, simultaneous 2.4 gigahertz and Bluetooth, as well as USB-C and 3.5 millimeter. Those are pretty much standard. That little dongle that you see that I showed on the box and in the picture, that is what gives you that hyper speed, and the connectivity is just on point. I haven't had any disconnecting or any problems or any latency or just syncing. It's just turn it on, you hear the little speaker go, headset on, and then boom, there you go. And it's just, I mean, this is the greatest headset I've ever used. And again, this is coming from someone who, I think the most expensive one I ever used was a wireless Turtle Beach back in the Xbox One era, and it was fantastic, but this just blows it out of the water tenfold. Now you have next gen surround sound for Xbox and PC, powered by Windows Sonic and THX spatial audio. That just means it sounds like 3D sound, like surround sound in your ear. And the only way to really express that is when you hear it yourself. I wish I could just hand you these headsets and go, man, this just sounds amazing. Now remember, there's also 3 different variations of this headset, one specifically for Xbox, one for PC, and one specifically for PlayStation, and they take advantage of each of the platform's strengths, and well, they all work on PC. If you decide to get the Xbox one like the one I have, it is green, and the PlayStation one is blue. I actually have that one. I'll be showing you that one in a future video as well. Now you also have the app that is customizable on Xbox or on PC with the Razer Synapse. Now you also have pro-tuned FPS profiles and customizable EQ, which is equalizer. And what it does, depending on which one you pick, it has some preset ones such as Halo Infinite and Apex, but there are others as well, as Call of Duty, and you can set those depending on what sounds better for you and what game you're playing. Now, I do know that a Battlefield 6 equalizer preset is in the works and will be coming out very, very soon with an update. So look for that if you do plan on getting this. Fantastic. I mean, fantastic. I've been using these while playing Battlefield, and now I bet you're wondering, hey, what are those red things? Yeah, so you have magnetic faceplates on the side. It comes with standard black, but you can purchase other ones. Now, these were given to me specially from Razer because I love red and black, because the channel is Red Bandana Gaming, so this is the one they have. It does represent an esports team. I am not the biggest guy when it comes to esports. Do I follow them? No, but hey, more power to them. Competitive gaming is fantastic. So they have all these different plates, and what I'm hoping, I know you guys are listening, Razer, let us get some customizable ones. Let us order these. I would do anything to have custom Red Bandana Gaming magnetic plates on these headphones, and whether I'm using it on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox, they're all the same, so you can swap them in and out. And how cool is that? Imagine just seeing the Red Bandana Gaming logo on that. I would be using that everywhere. I would take it with me even if I'm not using it, just to show people that, hey, custom Red Bandana Gaming. So hey, keep that in mind. But you can order them. Some of them are specifically given to different teams and people, whatnot, And well, I think that's cool. So look on Razer's website for those. Now, if you're talking about the controllers, depending on which one you're using, again, I'm playing on Xbox, so I prefer the Wolverine V3 Pro wireless. This is actually one of my favorite controllers out now that you can purchase. Yes, it is a bit more expensive than some of the other ones, but it's worth every penny. And with your Hall effect sticks, your 4 flappy paddles, 2 claw buttons, it's just fantastic. Everything's mechanical, it's fast, it's snappy, the response time is amazing. And if you're saying, hey, what are the white things on there? Yeah, those are my stick caps. I put them on every controller that I consistently use. Now, the only one I do not have them on right now is the PC version. Why? Because, well, I just haven't put them on there yet, and I actually need to buy some new ones because the ones that I use here, I don't have anymore. So I got to buy some new ones. But otherwise, this is fantastic. This is the one I would recommend using for PC. And, well, it's just pretty much the same thing minus rumble, but a lot faster. 8K polling rates. And again, if you saw my video, I tested it. It is a banger of a controller. So pick your poison. If you're playing on PC, rock some noobs. Ha! And if you're playing on Xbox, do the same. This is probably the greatest setup I've ever had to play anything. Makes me want to play more competitively in Battlefield 6 and any other games. But again, like I said, I've been using it for those 2 FPSs right now, and I plan on using it significantly longer in the future. Fantastic setup. So if you guys have any questions and just want to know more, drop it in the comment section below. I'll be glad to answer anything. And again, like I said, I've been using these for quite some time before I made this video, so I can actually attest to the quality of both the controllers and the BlackShark headset. Fantastic. Wolverine and BlackShark, they just sound awesome, don't they? Yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Thank you, Razer, for sending me these awesome gaming peripherals, fantastic controllers, and probably the best headset I've ever used. Thank you guys so much again. God bless each and every one of you. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.